Welcome back to the Weather Crew. In this update, we are going to be tracking once again this very large storm now really beginning to bring the impacts that was expected. My question for y'all gonna be: how much rain do you think the Lehigh Valley will end by this storm? I will say, I will say, I in the Lehigh Valley already got over an inch and a half of rain. So there's just a little hint, and just write your in the comments your guess. And at the end of the storm, in the next video, or if I do another video tonight, and then we discuss another storm in the beginning of that video, I will tell you and take a picture of how much rain in total we had. Okay? So, in this update, we are going to be focusing on radar, satellite imagery, pretty much what's going on now and what's the thinking with this storm system. Because right now, this is pretty much to the point where, yeah, we can really start looking at the radar, and this is going to be a look at the radar. And yes, that snow has really started to begin in many areas in the storm system. Once again, not in Scranton just yet, but back in central PA, snowing pretty good of that wet snow all the way down through North Carolina and even parts, maybe even the border of South Carolina. You could tell maybe in a county or two snowing in South Carolina, even the corner of New Georgia. But this is a very large Appalachians mountain snowstorm too. But it goes all the way up into the mountains into the Canada times. And we've been actually having a lot of rain, and that wind has really started to pick up. Temperatures right now about 48, 47 degrees in my area. It is dropping. It went from 54 to 48, 47 in the last, I would say, hour and a half or so. But if we go back into like, um, what's a good time? 6:40. Look at the snow where it was. Not even close to Scranton. And if we go into pretty much now, there it is. So, we look at that, and then you looking at this. That's how much more snow coverage this storm has really been adding with. You can tell the snow has been really starting to make its line. Kind of slowed down in the last like 3 frames with the pace of it moving south, but I expect this to really fill in as the temperature keeps dropping. I've been keeping a track on the temperature drop, and it is dropping very rapidly. um, you tell boom after that heavy rain, and that is now turning to snow. But Scranton, you are next in line to get into that wet snow, Harrisburg, and we're just gonna keep going down the list. But there's a lot of moisture left with the system. You might say, yeah, this looks like, yeah, maybe not, but like you have to remember this storm is moving in a direction like this. So if you really think about it, this is just all this moisture from like South Carolina is going to end up making its way all the way up in PA. So you still have a lot of moisture. And if you look at the radar, it's been actually filling in with even heavier rains um in the last like 30 minutes. You can definitely tell if you go a few runs ago, you could tell where that radar just keeps on filling in. And that's going to be a very large add that into your guess with how much rain, because I do expect the snow to transfer. The question is how quickly will that snow make it? And I mean, with the latest frame, it really didn't move the snow line. It didn't really move, but I do expect that to fill in pretty quickly. Temperatures are still dropping pretty rapidly, so that keep that in mind. Still, those winter weather advisories there, but if we take a look at, let me just write this out. I'm not gonna make these videos actually long. I might even make some shorts about it with the radar tonight. So keep a watch with the channel. Um, I don't feel like making very long videos because then I'm like, I now has to import. I rather just get them out as quickly as possible and make at least three or so of shorts or this, than just keep going back and forth with long videos, and bored you guys out. So rather make it quick updates. You could tell this is that newer model. Expect that snow, maybe not as far as south than we were expecting, but still we will see. With that snow, I would say the radar compared to her, it's already more snow than the radar. But total accumulations across this northeast, still in many areas up to a foot of snow. PA area, the mountains, up to 3 to 6 inches, locally higher with the her model, by the way. This is the NAM. You could tell, once again, very large amount. And remember, all that moisture has to make it. So we'll see how quickly that temperature does drop. You can tell the nor'easter. I would call it a nor'easter slash rainstorm. I mean, it's low that's going up the East Coast. Yes, it's a cold front involved, but you know what I mean. We look at the wind gusts. The winds are starting to pick up. That is expected to actually continue to pick up and really intensify. Definitely near Rhode Island. Potential gusts are 85, maybe even 90 miles an hour just offshore of the waters of Rhode Island. Um, we look at, why not look at the 18Z Euro? Let's just look at the snow. I'm not really trying to look at the models that much because it's now really becoming if it's really going to happen. And yes, still pretty much same thinking. Maybe the Lehigh Valley getting up to 2 inches. Poconos seeing up to maybe 3 to 6, maybe a little 7, 8 in the tip tops of those mountains. Um, Very cold temps. I mean, that's pretty much that I have for you with that because I don't want to bore you out with long videos. I just want to give you updates every hour on the radar and really show you guys the progress of the radar here. So, let me just quickly look. So yes, that temperature just keeps on dropping. That's gonna be continuing to drop. I do expect in the next video that snow line's really gonna really inch its way even further south because I'm looking actually at the new frames. It's a lot more specks of blue popping up, and now even closing in on Harrisburg too. So keep that in mind. That's very important. I actually, if you guys know where Allentown, not Allentown, Allerton, PA is, I actually just got a special weather statement for that area. Snow will continue to overspread the northern and western areas of Pennsylvania over my valley. Hold on onto rain a little longer. Potential to have icy spots expected to fall in the 20s. So it's just a special weather statement about keeping careful with the slick roads and stuff. And I completely agree. That is going to be very big. But just north of Scranton, it is pouring snow now. And that's because that heavier rain changing into heavy snow. Um, it's going to be interesting watching these temperatures drop because Scranton, you guys are in like a valley, but your temperature is slowly but surely dropping too. So, and you can see if you guys use the 69 News radar and use the temperature, you could tell how quickly those temperatures are dropping. Um it's very crazy. I would say, keep on a watch. It says it's 47 for me, feeling like 42. So from earlier to now, yes, definitely colder. Yeah, definitely getting colder. Um, yeah. Let me just look at that. Yeah, you can even tell with the specs, just adding in, filling in with that blue. And I do expect that to continue to take place. And with some of this heavier precip that's still coming north, that could really, by the time it gets up north, could be in a lot of areas of heavy wet snow. So keep that in mind. Very strong winds are expected too. So keep an eye out for that. But that's really what all I have for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll probably have another update by 10 o'clock, hopefully, for this. So keep that in mind. So see you around like 10 or so, and be safe.